We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G. I am phoneless. I can't find my phone. That's why we're starting late. So because I can't find my phone, I couldn't send the tweet. So no one probably knows we're on because everyone's completely irresponsible, Evan Hand. They don't know what time. They got to get a notification on their Twitter to go, oh, duh, the same thing happens every Friday. I thank God someone told me. So we are here. We are live. This is my first day alive and well again. And I'm joined by Bill Rupp. What up, Rupp?
What up?
Hold on. Who's that? Is that me? That's me having a sound on. Okay. What up, Rupp?
What's up?
Not Loyola.
No, they're can't. I mean, the score and even it's disgusting. Disgusting.
They can't shoot 22% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do. Sister Jean just didn't help today.
Sister Jean is not my lover.
I blame Sister Jean.
You do?
Yeah.
You think she needs to kick it and they can win next year?
They should sacrifice her.
Sacrifice Sister Jean? I mean, listen. I'm not this year. They don't have the team to win it all, but sacrifice her next year. Yeah.
I mean, at least win the first round today.
Dude, it's just one of those games. They're 14 for 50 from the field. They're 1 for 8 from the free throw line, dude.
Yeah, I just hate it when I bet the game and then like I go on Twitter and I just see everybody with Sister Jean pictures and Loyola and I'm like,
oh, yeah. So Big Ten's actually not doing bad. Michigan got the W. Indiana won their playing game. Iowa got banged out. Ohio State's getting a win here, so I thought they were going to get mopped up and down the board. But Night Ghost, what up?
Not too much. Another sweep in NHL last night for pregame.
We're not in the Discord, so please raise your voice.
Can't hear me?
No, you just sound like you're fucking dying of AIDS.
I mean,
take some fucking energy. Sit up and speak.
Let's go. Another pregame sweep yesterday in NHL.
Let's go. That's the energy of it. Let's go. Come on, Meeper. What happened in NHL?
Pregame sweep last night. Just riding NCAA through you guys, living through you. Baseball has been a good week.
All right. Well, that was the most unexciting minute of Stay Cashin ever. Evan, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. That's because I released my own podcast with Jamie Josta.
What?
Yeah.
Famous.
What's up?
You're famous?
He's famous, yeah. Not me.
You're famous.
He is.
You have your own podcast now. That means
who's Jamie Johnson and what are you talking about?
Jamie Josta, he's a Grammy-nominated metal artist. I'm good friends with him. I work for him.
And what are you guys discussing? Metal art?
No, his trials and tribulations of how he got famous from being a high school dropout.
Every episode?
No, it's not like me and him together. He's a guest.
Oh, he's a guest.
So I got to talk about bank robberies and starting companies.
I mean, someone to talk about bank robberies.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I want to have you on.
Me and you should start our own fucking. I mean, start from day one on our lives.
No, we got to sell the rights. We got to sell the rights to that.
There's a few years where I can't remember what happened, but I could fill in the holes. I'll call a couple people.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's If anyone ever did a documentary on my life, first of all, it wouldn't be able to be a movie. It would have to be like a 7-season Netflix series. And they would have to interview probably 400 people. Yeah, because I did a lot of drugs and I don't remember anything about
there's years where I just don't remember.
There's decades that are gone in my brain. Like, this is always how it happened. 2 minutes left, all of a sudden Loyola starts hitting threes. You gotta be kidding me. I hope they lose by 20. So what we're going to do here, Evan, what's the process for the show today? When do you want to go through the college basketball? Who we have coming on? What are we going to do here?
So show plan right now is headlines. We'll do Devontae Adams stuff, all the free agency news. Then we'll bring on Aber for NBA bets, get him in and out of here. NHL with Ghost, UFC with Conman, and then we'll do the March Madness. But we are giving away.
Flip that. We'll do UFC. We'll do the March Madness, then do Mike.
All right.
Mike's too unpredictable. He can go for 45 minutes. He could not even show up. So let's just always keep him at the end because he's retarded.
All right, but we're doing.
If gets fucked up, we can just shut it off.
We're doing 2 giveaways. We're giving away a free week to 2 different people. So I'll start that giveaway soon. You'll see it in the chat. There's going to be a command that you have to type, and then you're entered. That's all you have to do. We're giving away 2.
I'm going to be announcing. We have the Tweety Awards, which we've said for the 400th day in a row. We haven't announced in our Discord. I have to give out 3 free weeks on Twitter for the Twitter contest that I did. I think that was Monday earlier this week. And then, so Evan's giving out some weeks. So we got fucking prizes going everywhere to everybody. And this is definitely the week to be on board. We've been killing it. Like Ghost said, he's been killing it in hockey. Price Wallace came in again, hit a first round leader. I mean, I don't think people understand how hard this is. He had another plus 3,300. And some kid trolling on Twitter was like, you didn't hit the leader. He tied for first. Well, then there was none, you fucking idiot. Because anyone you hit that tied for first with someone else. He won the fucking first round. He tied, so he only got what?
Yeah, they split
plus
it.
2,000 instead of plus 4,000. So you're going to take away what the kid just accomplished? Like, fucking people are so retarded. And then college basketball. Yeah, I mean, we had a great week so far in college basketball. Started off hot yesterday, I believe, then had a little bit of a lost 1 or 2 games, and then fucking ran the board at the end of the night. So we're on fire, and we're gonna do it again today. I didn't really like anything early in college basketball. We'll talk about that towards the end of the show. Loyola was the only one that I liked, and they're losing, but I do like the late games today. So I'll give you a couple plays for that. All righty, first topic.
I guess we got to go with Devontae Adams in that blockbuster trade or deal that they got done.
I will give no input on it because it makes no fucking sense to me. So if you guys have been watching TV, I was up for 36 hours straight. I haven't even watched a fucking sports show today outside of college basketball. So, Bill, start with you. What the fuck? I have no idea what that is. Devontae Adams to the Raiders. No idea.
Well, I mean, he's going back to play with Derek Carr. I mean, he bought a house supposedly there like a week or so ago. And supposedly Rodgers knew about it. You know, I don't know if he knew about it when he signed. He might have had an inkling, but I thought they were like best buds, going to win it together. Very weird how this happened. And they said that Green Bay matched the offer. They were willing to give him the exact same offer that the Raiders gave, and he said, nope, I don't want to play for you. So very strange. Just opens up the door, I think, for Odell Beckham to squeeze his way right into Green Bay.
I mean, I don't think
I'm not necessarily surprised. When Rodgers,
I'm shocked.
When Rodgers was
not surprised.
Yeah, because I mean, nobody.
Because the biggest issue that we talked about with Rodgers signing was the ability for the Packers to sign Devontae for him to come back and play with. But it was clear from the start that Devontae was never allowed to come back. He didn't want to come back. That's why they were looking to franchise tag him. At least all the reports I was seeing led me to believe that there wasn't really going to be much of a chance. When Rodgers said he was going to sign,
never to tell us when we brought it up. Well, I mean, I can't imagine you'd think this is expected.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they just franchise tag him then? What was he not going to play the year? He was going to sit?
They had to know. Rodgers had to know. Every report I've seen said he knew when he went in and negotiated his contract with them. That's what
I mean, obviously he knew that he wasn't the other, Devontae wasn't signed, but he always had it in the back pocket. They could just franchise tag him.
And dude,
if they franchise tag him, I mean, he's not a lock to play.
Well, I mean, he could sit if he wants, but not many people do that.
Right, but hasn't he? That they had to. There was something there where they had to carry millions of dollars or something if something happened. That's all I saw this morning. So they did it for money purposes, whatever it was. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows the details. I literally don't. I'm just college basketball right now, so I don't care about what's going on that front. But there's no way. And the bullshit reports that Aaron Rodgers knew, no, he didn't. Nope. No, he didn't. No way. Not once, not never. He did not know. He knew after he signed. That has to be the case. There's no way he knew for the last 3 weeks because he was saying how he wanted to play with Devontae Adams on McAfee's show and how important Devontae Adams was just 2.5 weeks ago. So, no, he didn't know. He signed.
That I can believe.
It popped off, and maybe he's known for the last 4 days. Maybe he's known all week. That I believe. But he didn't know 2 weeks ago. And this Packers organization, again, I mean, they had an issue with Rodgers where he almost left the fucking team. Now they have an issue with Adams where he doesn't feel wanted and left the team. They got a problem over there, dude. Everyone's talking about Lazard and Scantling. Those guys suck. So they got nothing. They're not a Super Bowl contender at all anymore. At all. I don't even put him in the top 4.
That is, you could say wide receivers, or you can get him anywhere, but it's not just his ability at wide receiver. It's the connection they had.
You can't get chemistry everywhere. You can't.
The route running, where Davante would know that ball would be there on his shoulder right there, and when he turned around, not over here or over here or over here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get that with anyone else.
It's a horrific loss for them. It's a horrific.
I agree with that.
They went from Super Bowl contenders to playoff team.
They're just another team in the playoffs. Yeah.
But they've been. That's what they've been for the last few years anyway.
And but now it's.
Yeah.
Now you can't even talk about them in the Super Bowl because. No. I mean, listen, I don't want to keep talking about.
Well, I don't know about that because look what Brady's done.
Talking about it, but like I said, they have a shitty special teams, they have a shitty defense, and now they don't have Adams. So that's all I got to say about it.
They're done. The Packers are done. I don't even care if they get Odell Beckham. I don't care if they get DK Metcalf.
No, there's nobody who could fill that spot.
They're done. They're done. They're not winning a Super Bowl for the rest of Aaron Rodgers' career now. It's over.
So supposedly now there's. To wrap up, I guess, NFL, unless there's another story.
To just put a bow on that before we pivot, they're not winning a Super Bowl for the rest of his career. He's probably going to play another 2 years, probably retire next year, probably retire before the season starts, knowing him. He'll do something fucking stupid. He's not going to be there for 3, 4, 5 years. He's not going to fulfill that contract. He's not going to be there as long as everyone wants him to be, probably. And it doesn't matter who you get. It's not going to be Davante Adams, one, and they're not going to have the connection with Rodgers. So it doesn't even matter if you brought in a superstar wide receiver, and that team couldn't win the Super Bowl anyway. So every year, like Coach said, every year they couldn't win it anyway, and now you take that they're done. They're done. Aaron Rodgers is done.
Can you imagine the chaos with him and Odell in that locker room after they start losing? I hope Odell goes to Green Bay just to prove our point to Bill.
I mean, listen, he'll get fed targets all day, and that'll fucking keep him quiet. I promise you that. Just because, but. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who goes there. It's not Davante Adams. If you took a Davante Adams clone, the same exact person, and put him there, it's still not Davante Adams because you don't have a decade of chemistry, like Bill said. So they're fucked. Evan?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, a big part of his decision was having Davante Adams. So I kind of believe you when you say that he had no idea because why would he want to play with Allen Lazard and nobodies, No
way. I don't know about it at all. What else we got to talk about here?
So
you were going to say something.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson looks like it's just down to 2 teams, Atlanta and the Saints. Whatever team he goes to, it's going to change. It's going to change that team, change the whole landscape, I guess, of that division. So Atlanta's got to do something. It looks like they're moving on from Matt Ryan, regardless if they get him or not. I don't know who will be their quarterback. But they're going to move on with him. They're looking to trade him to a contender, I guess.
He wants to win, he said. Yeah.
Yeah, so he can move right in, to a playoff ready team. I don't know. Watson will be good on Atlanta. The Saints, I don't think the Saints get him. I think the Saints go back with Jameis. I think Jameis is their guy for another year or whatever. They have that shitty contract with Hill, which is, it has to be one of the worst contracts in the history of football.
The funny thing was, it was the worst contract in the history of football when they signed it.
Yeah.
The Taysom Hill deal. It's not like it was the worst contract because it didn't work out. Like when it happened, we all went, what? You're giving this guy fucking this much money?
Yeah, it's the worst contract.
And Sean Payton, like I said, one of the worst coaches ever to go down.
Sean Payton guy, right?
Yeah,
that was a Sean Payton contract. Now Sean Payton
had fucking hard on for him. Yeah.
Do you know that the speech or whatever Sean Payton had to do to go up to the front office and agree? Like, I can make this guy our quarterback. I got so many plays lined up for him, blah, blah, blah.
And now he's out.
And now Sean Payton's not there, so the other coach stuck with him.
And now they're just eating. They're going to eat that. And a guy who may take 10% of their snaps if if the quarterback stays healthy. I mean, if that.
Especially in sport, the problem with a sport like football is because of the salary cap restrictions being stricter than a lot of the other sports, especially a sport like baseball. A bad contract like that really fucks you a lot more than it would the Yankees or the Mets or something if they did it in baseball, where they'll just go over the luxury tax and they'll have to pay a little more money, but they could still put the same product on the field that they would if they never made that contract. They're just gonna have to spend more money to do it. So yeah, I've said the Saints from the beginning, Ghost. I think Deshaun Watson goes to the Saints. I said it on the last show, and I think
I would rather him go to Houston, to Atlanta. I think he'll be a dry fit in New Orleans. I don't think he'll be able to put up as much as he was able to in Houston. I'd rather see him in Atlanta.
I think it's a better fit there because I think he
has a no trade clause. So he's, according to Adam Schefter, he's supposed to waive that to one of those teams any minute, he said. So
I love Watson. I was
Atlanta,
hoping the got him.
Atlanta can't sign him until they trade Ryan. It has to be together. So Atlanta has to have a trade partner for him because of the cap issues, like Tommy said. So they can't have both players on the roster at the same team at the same time. So
it's Ghost, you love Watson. I don't. Go to Atlanta. Just go.
He's exciting. I'd like to see him in Atlanta. Just throw
he is exciting.
Not a winner.
Fantasy numbers. Yeah. After watching him blow that, what was it, a 21-point lead to the Chiefs? Yeah. But he's still going to be a distraction. He's got 20 civil suits against him.
Yeah.
He'll be fun for fantasy purposes.
Yeah. He's great for fantasy. He's great for DFS. He's great for props. He's great for keeping you in games and playing in exciting games. That's awesome. But once you get him on your team, you start to realize that you can't get sacked fucking 15 times a game. It actually hurts.
Well, I mean, look at that division now. The Saints have taken a huge step backwards. The Atlanta is probably second best team in that division with the Saints. And
who do they have on offense?
Carolina's garbage. So
yeah, but who's Watson even going to be throwing the ball to besides Pitts?
I mean,
the team sucks. There's no Ridley, there's no Julio anymore. The team's trash. He's literally an insane person if he goes to Atlanta. Atlanta's.
Who's he throwing to on the Saints?
It doesn't matter. At least you have fucking
Callaway there.
Dynamic running backs and
I'd rather Pitts than Callaway.
Dude, and some semblance of a defense, and they're going to go out and get obviously a receiver. They're probably I don't know what's going on. Michael.
So they can't get it. They can't do that in Atlanta.
What
about Michael Thomas
there?
All right, I mean. It's fucking.
What do you have in Atlanta?
It's March 13th. I refuse to talk about football one more minute.
Yeah, I am too. Get off it. But the Ridley thing is what makes Atlanta suck right now. If Ridley were there, I'd say yeah. But no, Ridley sucks. Fuck football. We'll talk about that next week. That's it for the headlines. Anything else, Yuri? I just saw the Yankees vaccination list came out. Supposedly.
Supposed.
But what is being
Boy got traded?
What is being rumored, Bill?
Basically just what you said.
No, but who is it? I know who it is.
We played a little game today.
I know, but they weren't
pretty
here.
much guessed it. All right, so it's the whole outfield, the whole starting outfield. Judge, Stanton, Gallo, right across the outfield. Can't play April 7th. Garrett Cole cannot start on the mound April 7th. Tyone can't come in from the bullpen April 7th. Luke Voigt is no longer on the team, so it doesn't matter. Clay Holmes can't come in. Clay Holmes can't come in, and there's no one. They have to start the catcher they got in the trade because Agao is also can't play April 7th. Yeah, according to a list released on Twitter, I'm not 100% sure if it's real, but it sounds like
I think it's real. I mean, listen, I guessed when you asked me, Bill, we played the game this morning. I guessed 5 of the 6, right? Like the first ones. I said Gallo, Voigt, Judge, Stanton, and then I said Cole. And then I missed everyone else. What did you say, Ghost?
I knew Cole would be on that list. I was trying to find it the other day.
Yeah, you know for a fact that Cole was going to be on there. That's why I think he was like the 4th person I said when Bill was asking me. I'm like, Cole seems like he would be on it. That's a lot, dude. Like they were saying, I'll meet in the middle of the order. Like it's all fucking.
I mean, you're going to get the same exact list basically from the Mets if that gets released.
The Mets may be longer. I don't know if the Mets will have as many important players as the Yankees do in the list, but I think the Mets actually are one of the lowest amount of vaccinated players of any team in baseball. So they'll probably even have a few more guys on the list. It's just, will it be their 2 through 6 in their lineup is the question. But what do you think goes on here, guys? Ghost, have you been keeping up with this? If they're going to play April 7th with the New York thing or what?
Like I said last time, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't see how they're just going to make changes for the New York Yankees. They didn't do it for the Nets. They haven't done it for the citizens for the month. And if they do, it tells you even more about what they do.
Well, what I can say is it better get done sooner than later, than closer to the game, because the rates of people having COVID right now are probably the lowest they've been in New York City. And if there is a tiny bit of a spike, there's no way they're going to release that mandate.
It's impossible to spike.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, I wouldn't say
it's not real. It's not. It's the flu.
Okay, but it's not impossible.
But what I'm telling you is it's going to go down. The only reason the fucking COVID rates have gone down is because fucking flu season's over. That's why. So you're good. It'll come back at the end of the summer. The weather's warm. You're not going to have a spike. But I do agree with you, Bill. They got to get it done quick. You have more confidence in this than me. You were dead 100%. They're going to start April 7th to get it done. I've said it last week. I say it again. I do not feel confident in this.
Well, we got another Nets home game tonight. Another game that one of the best players in the league can't play. Disappointment. It's disgusting. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a joke. And nobody, I think the Yankees have a lot more pull than
no one has pull.
Just one single person, Kyrie Irving, who's kind of not liked anyway.
It's so much bigger than that. But once you make an exception, it fucking opens a floodgate.
Well, no, not necessarily, because they can always say that the Yankees and the Mets are playing outdoors.
You can't, because you made companies fucking fire.
Oh, because they're not outdoors.
What about the workers in the stadium that can't work there, Bill?
Yeah, what about the firefighters that got fired?
Then they can't. They can't work. Listen, I don't fucking know. I don't make the rules. I'm just saying.
But you can't make an exception either.
They're going to. They're going to make an exception.
I think they will find a way, but I don't think it's going to be to make an exception. I think they're going to have to do something else. They're going to either have to repeal the whole fucking law.
And they'll say it's completely unrelated to the Yankees.
Yeah, and just say cases are so low now that, we've decided to release all that. And which I think it's either going to free up Kyrie. I think you're going to get the Yankees and Kyrie, or you're going to get neither. I think they're going to end up coming together on this. But, I think the big issue here is, Bill, you got to remember how many workers in New York alone were laid off because of this vaccine mandate. Once they do flip this or make an exception, it's an apocalypse for everyone who got laid off.
The civil service guys, the officers, the fire department.
Well, because the fire department can argue, hey, we're outside. We work outside.
Start seeing riots again.
And then they'll say, oh, you're in the firehouse. Well, the baseball team's in the locker room. How's it any different? We both work outside.
The fire department and police department, and those rules are different. That's state. This is private organizations. This rule.
Yeah. So, listen, I'm curious to see how it goes. This is one of the very few topics where I don't have a take. I don't have.
Welcome to the club.
What?
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a take on anything. He
does. He thinks what's his name's gonna suck.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
He'll learn to never have another take after next year again.
For you.
But I don't have a take on it because I don't fucking know, and I'm just waiting to see like everyone else. But Aber baby, what up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How you guys doing?
Doing good. I finally slept.
Yeah, I didn't. So
the whole fucking staff just fucking goes on fucking late night benders in the voice chat. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night. St. Patrick's Day. It was my bowling night. It was a long night. Forgot my 4 Deep shirt at home. Left my headset at home. It's been a rough day.
Hey, we're all disasters here. We're all coming off a rough couple of days. I thought it was Saturday for 2 straight days, and it's not even Saturday yet. So that's interesting. So my body clock is all over the place. What are we looking at in the NBA tonight, Dave?
I try to get 2 bets out, so I'm going to do something a little unorthodox today, just because we got a lot of questionable guys tonight. It's hard to really, I don't want to come out here and give something I'm uncomfortable with. So one bet that I like quite a bit is Kevin Durant over 44.5 points, rebounds, and assists tonight. Obviously, you guys were just touching on it. Kyrie won't be playing. This Portland defense is bottom 5 in the league since the All-Star break. They're terrible. They don't have anybody to stop them. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he went out there and dropped 40 real points tonight, especially with the way that guys have been dropping 50s and 60s over the last week. So, I like him quite a bit. And the other one that I was going to go with that I didn't list, and it's kind of hard to list because we don't have any numbers out for him, and he's actually questionable. But I want whoever's going to start at center for the Indiana Pacers tonight. So, Isaiah Jackson's out. He's been starting. They get that matchup against the Houston Rockets. I talk about them all the time. They're dead last in basically every statistical category, but they're also dead last in paint defense as well. So I want to do, if we can get a line, so Goga Batadze. I know how much you love Goga.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to start a separate chat tonight if he's playing.
So if he plays, I think we're going to get, as long as we can get his number under 17 or 18 and a half, I'm going to love that bet tonight. If he's out and doesn't play, then I think we're going to end up with Terry Taylor starting. In any way that we look at it, I've been following these numbers for the entire year, and they're going to put out a bad number for whoever's starting at center against the Rockets tonight. So, like I said, I know we can't really list that down, but for the people listening, just keep your eye on it, man.
Okay. So the Pacers starting center. I have a question for you, too. First of all, Bill, remind me I need to figure out how to ban the word Goga and make it look like a curse word. So when people write it, it's asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Because it'll be gaping through the chat today. My question for you there, Mikey, is what happens here with Durant? Okay, so Durant, we saw 2 different situations, right? 2 days ago, we saw him go fucking ham, right? And then against Dallas, we saw them double him. Right, so they were swarming him. They were surrounding him with 2 or 3 guys the whole game, which led him to drop 11 dimes, right? He had 10, 11 assists. So how are you going to be playing it? Because I think there's an edge here with Durant. Obviously, I agree with you. I don't think fucking Portland even cares to play basketball anymore, right? They're garbage. So he's probably going to do whatever the fuck he wants today. But in a normal matchup against a better team with no Kyrie for the rest of the year, I seem to think that his assist prop is something to keep our eye on, because he was dishing a ton when they were doubling him.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go back and check, though, but I want to think that Seth Curry wasn't playing in that game, too. Mm-hmm. So I think that kind of puts the ball in his hands a little bit more to facilitate. So I obviously can't look that up right this minute, but if that's the case, though, then
Seth was out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that makes a little bit more sense.
Do you think it's just specific to when Seth's out that it wouldn't probably be like that? No, because I saw the last 5 games, he's had 10, 7, 9, 7, and 7, and 8 assists in the last 6 games.
Not particularly, but even the Mavericks matchup that you were just talking about, Dorian Finney-Smith is he's one of the premier wing defenders in the league. He's in the league to be able to defend guys, those big, those long wings like Durant and stuff like that. So it was a tough matchup for him in general, but yeah, throughout that, though, I do agree, though, but that's also why I'm on points, rebounds, and assists as well, too, is he's pretty much just going to do it all tonight instead of just going straight points. So I just think points are volatile.
Yeah, let's hope Portland can at least stay in this game a little bit, so maybe we can get some fourth quarter run out of them there and lock that in. All right, Aber, baby. We appreciate you. We'll see you in the Discord.
All right, it's been fun, guys. See
Later.
You. All right, the Night Ghost is back. Night Ghost, do you know how to ban a word in the chat, a single word, so that it comes up like a curse word block?
No, I don't.
All right, we got to figure that out. This is going to be Goga night if he starts, and it's just go. Drives me mad. Everyone laughs at me. I hate it. And the more I'm mad I get about it, the more they fucking do it. So it's completely fucked no matter what. All right, what are we doing next here? We getting to NHL? What do you got for the hockey?
I got
so
one.
Go to Bill for NBA first. Yeah, Bill.
I got one.
What do you got?
So tonight I am going to the Spurs.
Uh-huh.
I'm going a little different tonight. I've been doing good on these steal props and turnover props. So DeJounte Murray, over 1.5 steals. He's been getting this number against this team. I saw a trend. So I've been trying to follow these steals and rebounds and all these trends I've been doing. And it's been working out.
You are very trendy, Bill. You're very trendy.
Tommy, listen. I like to roll with the trends.
You are a trendsetter.
Tommy, listen. Tommy, listen.
That's what I like to do.
The ball on the top of the hat. That was a big trend.
And I told you, you didn't believe it, and everyone has it.
I'm a trendsetter. I mean, you're the fashionista of the group.
Yep. Against the Pelicans, he's gotten this number his last 4 games, so I'm rolling with it tonight. 1.5. Take it and thank me tomorrow. I've been hot in the NBA. So
yeah, I think we do need to address the dude with the dick that won the fucking NCAA championship for the women.
Oh, the swimmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
So how did the dude with the dick win, and what did he win?
Came in first yesterday. Came in first in the NCAA swimming.
I don't know if you have a picture of this Neanderthal man to put up on the fucking stream.
Yeah.
But I mean,
qualified for first in the tournament, and then afterwards they interviewed. Oh, I'd like to thank everybody. I'm here with my 2 best friends. It was a great swim meet. I'm so happy.
It's so ridiculous. And you said the NCAA, the reason, I mean, the dude literally just looks like a straight dude who didn't even try to become a girl. Like, just looks like, I can swim? Like, they'll let, what do I have to do? Just take some, for how long? It's like the Olympics, though, right? They test your testosterone.
So they're going to,
right? No?
Shut
up, Bill. I'm doing a bit. No, they don't? Oh, just give me a fucking singlet and I'll put my hair in a ponytail. I'm going to kick these fucking bitches' ass. Let's go.
He doesn't even have a ponytail.
Why are you fucking talking in the middle of my bed?
He doesn't even have a ponytail.
What part of that made you think?
I didn't even know what you were doing.
I was fucking acting. I was role playing.
I didn't know if you ruined it. I didn't know if you were talking to me or what.
I was in drama class. I was pretending like I was talking to someone else over there.
But I know that there's no one over there.
I'm from the theater.
Okay.
God damn it, Bill Rupp. You fucking ruined it.
Way over my head.
You ruined it. Now it sucks.
I mean, it sucked to begin with.
I thought it was funny. I was enjoying it.
Yeah. Everyone was except you because you don't pay attention.
If Ghost thinks it was fun, you got a problem.
I know, it probably sucks.
Oh, I have a good sense of humor.
Ghost, what do you think about the dude that won the women's thing? Have you seen it?
I saw the headline. I just kept scrolling. I'm tired of reading it.
The crazy thing is what Bill was talking about, and then we'll get over to some NHL bets. Bill was mentioned, or maybe it was Bill or the news. I don't remember. They're all retarded, so I just put them in the one group. But that the NCAA doesn't even have like a level that you have to get to for testosterone, right, Bill? So the Olympics, you have to like get down to like a woman level of
whatever.
It's like,
Jules, whatever.
Just fucking throw a singlet on, put your hair up. And Bill wanted me and him. Bill, what did you say to me? You wanted us to be
I said, bro, if I go back in time, me and Tommy could have went and just done everything. Women's softball, we'd be in the WNBA right now.
I love how he grouped me into it when he told me. He's like, Tommy, if we can go back in time, bro, me and you would kill every sport. We'd be in the WNBA. We'd be turning double plays in the softball.
I'd have fucking a ponytail. Actually, I'd be pretty hot because I got a nice ass.
I cannot picture Bill Rupp fielding a grounder and throwing a first.
Ghost, my ass is so nice in one of those things, but I would have to grow titties. And if I had titties,
this guy.
I'm surprised you don't already have them.
If I grew titties, I wouldn't leave my house. I would just be feeling myself up all day. So I would have the nicest titties on the team. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Bill's so fun. If I grew titties, Bill wouldn't leave my house.
And the fucking this guy, this woman guy, or whatever you want to call him, doesn't even have titties. That's the first thing you do when you become a fucking woman or a trans or whatever. You fucking grow some titties. Like, this is just a straight dude going a race like it's a fucking man. I mean, it's not even making an attempt.
Go get some implants. Do something.
Like something.
Dude, you can see the bulge in it now. Like, at least tape it down. Like, fucking do something.
Those fucking, like, those chicken cutlet things in there or something. Something.
Let's get to the hockey bets. Ghost, what do you like?
So last night we targeted Philly. I'm going to go on the offense with them today. They're going into Ottawa. This line should be 6.5. I've seen it posted on some books at 6 -120. You're also able to get 5.5 between -150 and 165. If you can get 5.5, I'd play that. 6 is good. 6.5, I would just play it a little smaller. Keep in mind the Flyers are going to be without Giroux for the next few days. Trade deadline's Monday. I will be in chat with everybody from the 5 o'clock in the morning Monday through the night. biggest day of the year. We'll be getting all our futures in, our second wave of futures. We already have futures on Carolina and Florida. News is Drew's looking to go to Florida. He has a no trade clause movement, but they look like the front runners, so that'll be a big boost for our, I think, plus 1,800, plus 2,000 futures on them. We'll be playing the over. I think Ottawa's going to – they still put up 5 goals yesterday on Nashville. They should be able to score as much tonight. Ottawa likes to put up some goals. We got Brian Elliott in net for Philly. That game should be one of the highest scoring ones, so that will be where I'm at.
All right. Anything else on the ice?
Yeah, I'll have some late plays. They're going to be for everybody behind the paywall. So if you want the rest, you got to get in for them.
All right. 4dbets.com. Get in there now. $27 for 7 days. All the promos are on the site. Just go to 4dbets.com. Click the banners, promos. See everything we're offering right now. A bunch of specials going on right now. Evan, did you have a hockey play or anything you want to share?
No hockey play for me, but we will pick a winner right now.
All right. Let's do it.
All right.
Just drag them out. Make them wait so they don't leave.
Yeah, we're doing 2, so we'll give out 1.
No, that's what I said. That was good. We dragged them out. Make them
We'll tease you a little bit.
Okay.
Here we
So
go.
what are you picking now, Evan?
What's up?
The winner of a free week?
The winner of a free week. Yep, the first winner of a free week. And you might be a sub already, but the winner is Ray Smolka.
Ray Smolka is a sub.
Yep.
We'll just flip that over to account, basically get a T-shirt instead of the free week. Unless he wants free week. So it's up to you guys. Just DM Nick Ghost.
I could take care of Ray. He's one of my guys, so
All right.
I'll take care of him.
Another rigged thing. Another rigged thing.
He's one of my guys.
I'll show you right now.
He's one of my guys.
No, it's just Night Ghost fucking every time that there's a bull, Night Ghost is involved in some shenanigans somehow.
Yeah, we already got it rigged in the chat, so
He wins his fucking dude, the last thing we want to do is give a free week to a subscriber, you idiots. We want new people if we're giving away a free week. We want someone who can buy more shit long term, you fucking retard.
that's the point.
Surprised I didn't win again.
A free week call, yeah. Use your head, you stupid non-business doing fucks. Ghost is always, if there's a box pool, Evan, Ghost wins. If there's this, like Ghost wins. I'm doing this pool, Ghost
I
wins.
hit 1 box. And
Fucking
You're stealing
Smolka
money.
wins this, that's my guy. Like, there's always shenanigans. That's why he wears the glasses. Shady shades over there.
Gold
Shady.
points for 13 seeds.
Yeah, fucking Shady McShaderson isn't even setting up the March Madness right. Speaking of March Madness, let's get it popping. Coach, you need anything else here, brother, while we go through the March Madness and then bring Constantino in, or do you want to stay for that?
No, just because are you going to pick somebody else to do the free week? Or are we running that now?
No, we're getting you out of here because you are involved in shenanigans.
I'll send it to
Got
you.
it.
Everyone's gonna say it's fixed if you're still here.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Stay in the chat. We'll let you know who wins it.
Bye, Ghosty.
All right, so let's get to some March Madness stuff here before we bring in Constantino to do the UFC. I'm just going to pull it up. Evan, do you have the Google Doc? I didn't put it on the doc, so you could write it in to put it in the free bet section as we go. So far, I'm just pulling up the bracket here. So far, there's been some crazy, insane upsets, Bill. And then there's been a lot of, kind of uneventful games like today, a 20-point game, 20-point game, 20-point game. I haven't really had the March Madness outside of like the end of the end of last night.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'll beg to differ. I think
The end of last night, yes, but the early today and the early yesterday really was like.
And I kind of made a mistake. I wish I didn't do. So I wish I didn't jump on Loyola right before because I told myself and then I totally forgot about it. There were some great live bets last night. Gonzaga being one of them, UCLA being the other that we hit in chat live. You called out that UCLA one. I ran right on there, got plus 195. That was awesome.
The Gonzaga too, minus 15.5. Some people got 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah. See, this is what happened, Evan. I go out and say, hey, let's middle this because we had Georgia Southern or Georgia State, whoever the fuck they did, plus 25 or whatever it was. And they were winning. They were beating Gonzaga like in the beginning of the second half. So I was like, let's middle this shit. I was like, Gonzaga's going to win this game by 20. So we're going to take Gonzaga now minus 14.5 or whatever it was. So we got minus 14.5 and plus 25. We just needed to land in the middle and catching the middle. And we win both bets, right?
That's why
Great.
you subscribe.
So I put it in, and all of a sudden I put it in. And then they miss a 3 or 2, and fucking Bill gets 9.5. The subscribers are getting 9.5. So everyone's getting a better number. So of course Bill takes credit. You know, my bet, I got 9.5.
I say he gets the bets, I make them better. How it goes.
Luckily, we all won. So it did end at 21, right in the middle. So we hit blackjack and nailed that. So yesterday's games, from a bracket perspective, I mean, if you look at it, Kansas won by 30. Baylor won by 40. Tennessee won by 30. I'm going to talk about that game in a second. Providence was shocking to me. I was actually surprised, not that Providence won, Bill, that South Dakota State, like the highest scoring team in America, who shoots 45% from the 3-point line. It's like them and everyone else from 3. Scored 23 points in the first half. No idea what that was. That was insane.
So do you know for ESPN how many perfect brackets were still left this morning?
I mean, I would guess fucking like almost none with Kentucky.
16.
That's it? In the country?
For ESPN. They had over
16
10 million
in the
or whatever.
world?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a record?
16. I mean, I would, after the first
day. Not even the first set of games. The first day.
I mean.
Jesus.
So I was thinking about this before.
So, Bill, you're not one of the 16, right? You didn't get your perfect bracket?
I kind of thought about this, but I was a little too lazy to do it. I was going to take a 16 seed in each one and a 15 seed in each one to lose, right? And then take every other team, you know, all the other 16s and 15s to win and just keep rotating it. So, like, take this 16 and this 15, this 16 and then this 15. You know what I'm saying? Do, like, whatever that combination is, 16 different pools, and then just have that. And then I would have been great, right? I would have had that one.
I mean, you would have had it, Bill.
And I could have showed you guys how I got Kentucky.
The problem with that is that would actually be an 8 factorial, Bill. That's how you figure that out. So there would probably be about 40,000, 35,000, 40,000 combinations.
No. You're not.
Yes.
No.
I mean, just doing those 2?
No, yeah, just the 16 and the 15.
Oh, you're just taking those 2 games. And
so, like, have Gonzaga lose in 1, just do my whole bracket with just them losing.
Right, okay, I got it. I was like, that's not going to
And then work. Kentucky lose, you know what I'm saying, the 2 seed.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. It would still be a lot, but you.
I was too lazy to do it, but I still would have had Kentucky being out, and I could have showed you, hey, Tommy, look, I'm a genius.
Yeah, you would have, too. So I'm just going to run through them. Creighton beat San Diego State. Bill Rupp, greatest announcing job in the history of announcing. Evan, you have to come in. The next time we do it, you have to come in when Bill's doing the game. He's better than every single person on TV. And it's not close. It's literally not close. It's the funniest shit. And it's not like they're perfect, right? Like Alexander passes it out to Johnson. Bill's like, purple shoes, pass it out to green shoes. Green shoes at the top. Green shoes on the yellow shoes. Yellow shoes, don't take it!
The guy had pink shoes on, and the other guy had blue shoes, and, I mean, it made it easy.
That was great. Yeah,
pink shoes dominated that game.
Why does blue shoes keep falling down? It was so good. It's so fucking good. I will tell you how good it is. It's so good that we had Creighton, and they were losing. We were in a bad spot, and the subscribers were still all dying laughing instead of complaining. And Creighton ended up winning, so we won the bet. But North Carolina beats Marquette in a fucking rout. Shocking. Michigan wins. Told you. I told everyone yesterday. If you were a subscriber, you had Michigan. If you were a freeloader, you had Colorado State. Because I flipped the night before the game into the morning. I changed it. So don't be a fucking freeloader if you were on Colorado State. We actually went Michigan. As I said, this game is fixed. This game is going to be fixed. And guess what? With 3 minutes left in the end of the second half, Michigan had shot 22 free throws, and Colorado State had shot 3. Okay, so that should tell you.
It was close. That was a close game for a long time.
Refs definitely got on Michigan's back there for sure. Memphis with the nice, easy win for us, Bill. I love that team. I think they beat Gonzaga next game. UConn, New Mexico State was kind of shocking. I was shocked UConn didn't win that game against New Mexico State. That was I was surprised. I lost that one. Murray State does what they do. They won, took it in overtime. That was another big game for us last night. Huge game. St. Mary's just fucking curb stomps Indiana. That was crazy. I mean, I could see Indiana losing, but by 30 to St. Mary's. That was nuts. Vermont, Arkansas, we got fucked on that. I think Vermont should have won that game, but they lost by 4. And then we had Richmond upsetting Iowa. I told you guys on here, Iowa's overrated, right? Didn't I, Evan?
You did do that.
I told you Iowa's overrated. You guys are overrating this fucking team just because they went through the Big Ten. The Big Ten is overrated, and they were a banked shot away from losing to Indiana, and they would have been an 8 seed, and no one would have had them getting out of the first weekend. But because they got that banked shot, and then they had a complete collapse in the championship game by Providence, or whoever it was that they played, or Purdue, everyone's like, fucking Final Four. We had Richmond first half money line plus 300. We had Richmond for the game plus 500. We had Richmond max bet for the spread. We were all in Richmond. So that was phenomenal. Ev, give me a minute here before we do Mike. Tennessee, route. St. Peter's beats Kentucky, Bill.
I mean, Jersey City, New Jersey. Got a kid on that team from right next door to me, from Nutley, I believe. I mean, I can't. I'm shocked. But you were saying, I think that last, like when Kentucky had lost, you were saying something about them that they didn't look like great, and you had them as a future. And then you kind of jumped off of it. You were like, they don't look great. This team doesn't look like they have the lottery picks. The lottery picks were playing bad. And it just carried over.
I mean, listen, I said it. And again, I was wrong. But like we say, Bill, if you're wrong, you have to take whatever data is coming in to show you that you're wrong. And you have to be willing to flip your position, or else that's how people get killed. You got to be able to admit when you were wrong. I was wrong on Kentucky all year. I thought Kentucky was going to win the national championship. I thought they were phenomenal. I thought they were going to take it to the wire, and they just never evolved. And in the SEC championship, I saw it, and I said, no, I'm not. I'm off. This team's not going. And they look bad, and now they just lost to St. Peter's. So luckily we had UCLA going. We didn't have Kentucky in the championship. We did have a prop or 2 on them. We didn't even bet the game. But, yeah, I mean, that Kentucky team's bad. That's an embarrassment. Let's go. Hi, Mikey.
Total embarrassment.
I don't think I've ever heard you say you were wrong ever before, let alone about 17 times in my first 30 seconds on the show.
I said I was wrong so that I can then say that I was right by flipping.
I'm flabbergasted, but that's the first step. Good job.
Nice. All right. So let me just get through this, Mike, and then we'll get over to UFC. So today's games, we said Iona early in the morning was one that I did like. That lost, but I do like some of the other games today. So Villanova's laying 15. If you want to sprinkle on Villanova, you could do that. I like Miami in this one. Miami starts in about 10 minutes. So go get that in. Miami, I think they beat USC. You should be getting 2.5, 3 points, depending on where you're at, what book you're looking at. So I think USC sucks. I don't think Miami's great, but I think USC sucks. So I'm really not betting on Miami. I'm actually betting against USC. So I like that. Lean Notre Dame. Probably not a big one. So I would say official play, Evan, Miami +3. Official play, Evan, Virginia Tech +1.5. So I like Virginia Tech to beat Texas. I think Virginia Tech actually not only beats Texas, but then beats Purdue and makes it to the second weekend. Coming from a team that went on a pretty insane run to enter the madness. So love Virginia Tech. That game's at about 4:30. I have another 2 bigger bets there that I'm going to save for the subscribers. What's the other one I wanted to give you guys? Davidson +1. I think Davidson wins, and I think Davidson can beat Duke. So I like this team. I love that Richmond team that you guys saw yesterday that we were hammering on the money line. I like this Davidson team the same exact amount. They're very similar. They played to the wire, those 2 teams. Davidson's better than people think, and Richmond was better than people think. I think there's a chance that Davidson wins this game by double digits today. I really like this matchup in this spot. So I'm going with Davidson. I have 4 or 5 other bets for the subscribers. I'm going with Davidson. I'm going with Virginia Tech. And then I'm going with Miami. So those are the 3 games I'm going to give you today. And then tomorrow we have all Saturday and all Sunday to get back into it for college basketball all day and all night. But what we also have tomorrow is the UFC. And we bring in Michael Constantino, ye of AMA Fight Club fame. What up, con man?
Bittersweet, man. I gave out a bunch of fucking losers here last week. So very bittersweet because, as you know, I take this pretty seriously. And Felt horrible. Gave out losers here, but then
Well,
to
you
our
won on the
subscribers,
site,
we
though.
wound up winning. We win 5 units on the week for our subscribers at 4 deep. But in a vacuum here, by giving some free plays, I gave 2 underdogs last week that I thought, really had good value, and they both lost. And, both of those fights to go inside the distance, and which one of them did. But, very bad coming off a disgusting loss here. So I want to get right back on the horse. And this week
I wouldn't say that because, honestly, fuck the freeloaders. We love them that they come check us out and shit, but our responsibility is to our subscribers. So as long as you made our subscribers 5 units, that's all I care about. Anyone complaining about free
we kicked ass again. We're on the definitely 3, maybe 4 fight UFC win card, but we did win another 5 units overall. This weekend a little tough. We have a lot of favorites, big favorites, 400, 500, 600, 690. The card's in England. It's going to start pretty early tomorrow at 1 o'clock and coming off a loss. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you – I like a lot of the favorites, of course, because they're big favorites. But I find, too, that, give me a little bit of betting value that we can put them in a parlay. Now, I'm going to lead with saying something pretty egregious. I don't think that this fight could lose. Okay, I'll start with that. And that's crazy to say in fighting, but it's one of those situations again. So we have a debuting Muhammad Mokaev, and he got bet all the way up, steamed, from opening to whenever. But I think he's like the next big thing in the 125-pound weight class, from that same Dagestani Russian type lineage. One of the
They're gonna have every
best
belt.
wrestlers that I've seen in that division. But more importantly, when I watch the tape on him, very rarely do I not see a fighter lose, forget a round. I don't think there was a 1 minute chunk of any fight that I watched that he was ever in danger. He literally, I must watch 20 fights, including his amateur fights. I challenged someone to find at least a 45-second to a minute block where he was even losing a minute. So his opponent here, Cody Durden, is primarily a wrestler. So I just think that I don't see any path of victory for Durden here. I think Mokaev is a pretty certain bet, so I'm going to use him as a parlay leg. And he's actually fight number 1. And ironically, we're going to go right into fight number 2 for the second half of our parlay, which is Corey Mckenna against Elise Reed. It's a striker versus grappler matchup in the female division. And Corey Mckenna is very young. She beat a very good Kay Hansen. She had a little bit of time off, but Elise Reed, nothing special on my end of my seeing. And I think that McKenna's going to dominate her. So I'm going to put together McKenna and Mokaev, fights 1 and 2 of the night. I bet it earlier, minus 136. And now as I see on same website I bet it on, it's minus 140. So be fair, and I'll release it at the minus 140, risking 1.4 to win 1 unit on it, basically. So I like that. And then I can touch on a couple other fights. Paddy to Batty, man. He's here. I think this is a showcase fight. UFC. Going to England, and you got Paddy to Batty on the card. Of course, I think he wins, but he's minus 500 something. Even inside the distance, is no bargain. You're laying over 2-1. Very tough this week. So I do like a lot of the favorites that to parlay around with. But I'm going to give you one more bet. Another one that I think that is kind of fairly cheap for now for how it is, and that's the main event. My man Tom Aspinall. I like Tom Aspinall here. You can still get him at minus 114, which is fairly tight. Now he's fighting Alexander Volkov, who is a very experienced and very big striking-based fighter. He's 6'8", and he uses his legs really well, like a jab. But don't sleep on Aspinall, who happens to be about 6'5", 6'6" himself. Aspinall is a jiu-jitsu black belt. Then he became a pro boxer. Then now back to MMA. Lifelong martial artist. His dad is one of his coaches. I think he's going to be very well-rounded. Curtis Blades took Volkanov down 14 times. I don't think he's got Curtis Blades' level of wrestling, but when he wanted to take Andrei Arlovsky down in one of their fights, he just went forward, made the decision, blast double, got him down. I do think that he's going to be the better overall fighter here against Volkov, and I think it's a fair, tight price. So I'm also going to give you Aspinall to bet here in the main event.
All right. So we got 2 there. Paddy the Batty on the card is just
love Paddy the Batty. He got a fight. Tommy, you don't follow the MMA media. I don't think it's close, but this week he got a fight with Ilya Topuria, who's also on the card, because Paddy made some comments about a Georgian war, and they got into it. And he threw a punch at Paddy, Patty slipped it and then hit him over the head with a disinfectant hand sanitizer bottle, and then talked about it all week at the press conference. That his new name is, disinfectant bottle. And he goes, he didn't want to hurt his hand, so he bounced the bottle off his head. I mean, it all just happened like this week, so it's going to be a great card.
I love that kid.
So you got to listen to you got to listen to the way he says it. It's even
everything
better.
he says.
But I feel pretty confident about this Mokaev fight. So I actually did parlay him with a couple of my NCAA basketball bets too. I like it. So those are your bets. We're gonna get back on the winning side here, but we're still on the fucking winning side of 4 deep bets. So get the 4 deep bets and sign up.
That's it.
I don't need to make your head any bigger, but great job. What Richmond first half, Richmond money line, cash it all. Good job to you.
Yeah, we're doing good. I mean, it's a little tough beat on Loyola, but I mean, you can bet fucking 100.
Well, let's keep it going.
I gotta lose 1 or 2 of them, but yeah, we're gonna win these next ones, and we're gonna keep it rocking. Constantino, see you in the chat. All right, is he out? I don't know. He froze. Froze on the exit.
Oh boy!
I just hit the fucking thing.
I just gotta kick him. Oh, there we go. He's gone now.
Never perfect.
Dude, did you see the chat? Someone wrote, "Is Constantino on dial-up?"
I mean, it's frozen. It's like when your TV gets stuck behind, like, and you got to power it off sometimes. Or the voices.
You're completely burying the Constantino lead. Evan went out and got him a webcam that he's still not using.
He's never there. He's never in the office. Every Friday when he comes on.
He complained about using it.
The webcam, so he didn't have the black bars.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'll get you we'll buy a $200 webcam. It'll be perfect. And then he's like, all right.
Okay, good. I got my webcam. It's all set up. Great. So anyway,
let's go. Oh, he's right there.
He doesn't know he's still on. Kick him out. This might be like the thing with the lotion.
I know I'm on. I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me or see me? I'm breaking up.
Yeah, we're making fun of you breaking up.
I'm sure you are, but it's not my fault. It's the internet.
I know. It's never your fault, Mike.
I see myself frozen on the main screen, and then I see like myself in the upper right-hand corner on the other. So I don't know.
Not your fault.
There I am.
No, it's not your fault.
How you doing?
Good. All right, get out.
Carry on. All right, guys, stay cashin'. Tommy, stay hot. Bill, stay hot. Let's fucking go. I saw Night Ghost in like Macho Man Randy Savage, like from the NWO days with that colored beard. I love it.
All right, Mike, you get out.
All right, guys, sign up for 4 Deep. Goodbye.
I'll tell him. Later. Let's see if he can get out again. Did he get out?
No, he just turned his camera off. I'll kick him. You want me to kick him? I'll kick him. He's out of here. Get out of here, bro.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I think I timed that thing perfect.
It was pretty good.
I got to watch it and see how that looks. All right. Anything else you wanted to touch on before we get out of here, Big E?
Yeah, we got to do the other giveaway.
All right, let's go.
And I'm going to show you guys. I'll show you the screen while I'm doing it so you guys don't bitch about it being rigged.
I know, I was fucking around.
Here's everybody that entered. Okay.
Oh shit! I missed my swipe.
We're going to pick a winner. Eric Paget. If you're here, Eric, you need to type something in the stream. See if you're here.
All right, Eric. It's DM Ghost on Twitter at Night Ghost NHL.
No, yeah. DM me if you want, because then that
or DM Evan. Yeah, Ghost has got to set up in the back end. So if you DM Evan, he can just get it to Ghost. So win over a free week. Congratulations. So Bill Rupp, anything else you want to do before we get out of here?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Excited for a big weekend, college basketball. We have been live in the voice chat pretty much every fucking day till fucking ungodly hours every night. We'll probably go live again tonight for a period. I don't know, I'm fucking pretty shot. I might need a little bit of a break, so I don't know when we'll do it. But we'll definitely be in there all Saturday night and then all Sunday for sure. NASCAR coming? Anything on the tracks that you're looking at, Bill, or not yet?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go over a little bit more. I just don't want to throw anything out. I have to talk to Trevor. We have to put our heads together. But we have hit every weekend so far in different series. So let's keep it going.
All right. Final words?
Collect on Monday.
That's it. Let's fucking smack this weekend. Collect on Monday. Big E, final words.
Let's have a weekend. And TikTok, we're popping off. just go to it. That's all I'm going to say.
TikTok at Stay Cashin Show. Popping off. You can see Evan's beautiful face doing.
Literally, that's all I do. I was like, hey, here, over here.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey, it's working. Oh no! It's working, Grandpa Rupp.
Oh
no! For Bill Rupp, Mike Constantino, Aber Baby, Night Ghost, and Evan Hand. I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers.
Let's go!